do me any good.
Oh Lord, even that the food I put in my mouth wouldn't help me, Lord. Oh Lord, nothing I did, nothing I tried, nothing I smoked, nothing I snorted, nothing I drank, no man I did, no one did me, nothing did me any good. Oh Lord, even that the food I put in my mouth wouldn't help me, Lord. Oh Lord, nothing I did, nothing I tried, nothing I smoked, nothing I snorted, nothing I drank, no man I did, no one did me, nothing did me any good. Oh Lord, even that the food I put in my mouth wouldn't help me, Lord. In this game, I'm tired of the turmoil. I'm tired of being lied on. I'm tired of being broke. I'm tired of being talked about. I'm tired of being manipulated. I'm tired of crying. I've already cried. I've already suffered. I've already agonized. I've already endured. And if you think you are coming to steal my joy, my lunch, my blessing, my children, my ministry, devil, you are playing this game. I'm tired of the turmoil. I'm tired of being lied on. I'm tired of being broke. I'm tired of being talked about. I'm tired of being manipulated. I'm tired of crying. I've already cried. I've already suffered. I've already agonized. I've already endured. And if you think you are coming to steal my joy, my lunch, my blessing, my children, my ministry, devil, you are
If y'all don't know anything, I need y'all to know the devil's a goddamn lie. Put the number 5 in the chat if you know the devil's a lie. That's how I want to start this off today. All right, I need a confirmation that y'all know the devil's a damn lie. All right, can I see the number 5? Oh, wait. I need to make sure me and my church members are on the same page. Beautiful people, what's going on? All right, happy Saturday, damn. All right, Lord, have mercy. You guys looking good, smelling good per usual. Welcome to episode 2 of the Zodiac Love Line, guys. All right. Oh man, good people in the building. Let me start from the top. Good brother ER. Yo, brother, we got a lot of catching up to do, brother. Damn. Maybe you're gonna get on here and talk to me a little bit tonight, man. What's going on, family? Good brother right there. All right. My Venus Kazemi song recommendation, Something Holy by Alice Phoebe Lou. I might have to throw that in rotation. Might just have to throw that in rotation, Kate. All right. What's going on, everybody? Journalists in the building. Hey, boy, how you this evening? I'm doing well, good brother. I'm doing well, good brother. Thank you for asking, man. Hope you vibrating well, brother. All right. Good sister OC, my mods is in the building. It's always a good time with my good sister OC in the building. All right, BB in the building, ready. All right, let's get it. Q. I see you, Q. All right. Okay. All right. Once again, happy birthday, Aries. Any Aries in the chat? Happy birthday to y'all. Or one in the chat if I got any of my Aries in the building. I know my good sister Sacred Artist is in the building. If I ain't know nothing else, I know my good sister Sacred Artist is in the building now. For everybody joining in, the link to join the queue, is in the chat. Shout out to my mod gang. I see a couple of y'all in here. ER, the Sacred Artist, OC. If y'all don't mind reposting that link that I dropped in the chat, so incoming church members can view that if they'd like to join the queue. All right, last time I didn't get to talk to last time I didn't get to talk to as many people as I'd like to. So I'm gonna do my best to be a little snappy tonight, so everybody could get some significant time with me. All right, guys. Shout out to everybody in the building. God damn, Jillian Rose in the damn building. Good sister Natasha Harrison. Tashi, what's going on, Tosh? Damn. All right. Thank you, good sister. I'm just reflecting you. That's all I'm really doing. When I come in church, y'all be looking good, smelling good. So I'm out of alignment if I'm not on the same time. And yeah, what I'm saying, good sister. Damn. All right. Z the trees, Taurus rising gang in the chat. Who done got the Taurus rising? Brother ER done got the Taurus rising started up in there. That's what happened. ER done got all the Taurus risings jumping out they see tonight. Oh man, good sister TT. Damn. We in the building tonight. All right. Once again, Mod Gang joining the building. I already see some of them in here. If y'all don't mind reposting that link as I'm connecting with the church members. All right. Good brother Mark Taylor in the building. He said Aries in the building. Happy birthday, Aries. God damn, when you're in the first house season, you better get your individuality on. All right. And you know who your true support system is when they acknowledge your individuality for what it is. All right, goddamn. Another Aries in the building, Brenda Maroquin. I hope I got that ending right. I hope I got that pronunciation on point. You know what I'm saying? Good sister. But if that ain't your name, you'll have to give Pastor some grace tonight. All right. It's been a long day. All right, y'all. Lord have mercy. Okay. Alien Moon Mom in the building. Damn. Alien Moon Mom in the building. Talking about she love the graphics behind Gemini, Ave, Libra rising, Aquarius Moon. Ain't no way she's gonna be the Alien Moon Mom with no Aquarius placements. Well, look at all that air placements. She time traveling all over the place. All right. That's what I'm talking about, fam. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Once again, link is in the queue. Guys. All right. Tonight is the Zodiac Love Line episode 2. All right. So just for y'all that missed episode 1. All right. Just for y'all that missed episode 1. Had a couple of church members come up. And, you know, this is all about us having our platform to dissect things with relationships, connecting, and love. All right, guys. I'm tired of this new age relationship dynamic on the internet hating on astrology. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being such a relationship internet connoisseur, whether it's a podcast, whatever the fuck it is. I'm tired of seeing astrology being shamed on these platforms. So we got to do what we got to do right here. All right. They got to see, we got to be the example, y'all. All right. So guys, what we got going on tonight. All right. What we got going on tonight. All right, what to expect, guys? What to expect tonight? Mini love readings. All right, so if you guys want to jump on and just talk to me in general about your love life, just wouldn't be nothing. It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be no different. Excuse me, guys. It wouldn't be no different than one of y'all booking a love twin flame reading or something and me just feeling your energy out and seeing what's going on, giving you some general advice. All right, guys. If you're going to choose to jump on, you do need to make sure you consent to making sure you're good with interacting with me and any clips being used afterwards. All right. So many love readings are available, guys. Potential match interviews. All right. I want to make this a space where you can put yourself out there, right? And now we already filtered the spiritual perspective of the mating here. So you don't need, we get past, are you into astrology? How you feel about astrology? You ain't got to, this, if you matchmaking here, you find somebody here in this church, you know it's lit. All right. So I got some questions for y'all. If you want to put yourself out there, I'd suggest y'all make your Facebook name or your Instagram name or whatever it is, I suggest y'all make that y'all StreamYard name. All right, guys, as y'all enter the queue. All right. And then, general astro love advice Q&As, and I'm gonna keep things spicy for you. All right. So that's what we got going on, family. I'm gonna just browse through. I see some people joining the queue real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and browse through the energies that be at the moment. All right, we're gonna get into that, and then we're gonna get into some conversation, y'all. All right, I know I jumped on a little later than I expected to. Okay, and I didn't get a chance to connect with y'all yesterday. All right, and we got church in the morning tomorrow. So these next couple of broadcasts I'm gonna be having, these next couple of months, these weekends are gonna be turned up. Zodiac Love Line Friday, Saturday night. All right, and then church Sunday evening. So if you really committed to this church, your weekends is about to get a little heavy. All right, weekends about to get a little heavy. But listen, if you're ready to worship, that shouldn't be a problem. Lord have mercy. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Praise him. Fuck are you talking about? All right, guys. So, oh man, good sister Charmaine in the building. Damn. Okay, I'm looking forward to talking to some of my fellas in the church. I know this church is dominated by women. So fellas, please. All right. I already see some fellas in the queue. So I'm once again, I'm gonna browse through some quick energy, some current transits real quick. And then we're gonna get into this conversation, y'all. We're gonna get into these conversations. I appreciate all my mods, sacred artists, TT, all of y'all. I appreciate y'all spinning that link in the chat. I'm gonna make sure I'm paying attention to the private chat for everybody that was in the queue, because I did a terrible job of that last time. There was people asking questions and whatnot in the queue, and I wasn't paying attention. And if you're gonna call, last thing, guys, and if you're gonna call journalists, what's popping? I see y'all in the queue. All right. So if you're gonna call, one thing, guys, if you're gonna call in for the matchmaking segment, all right, all you gotta do is tell me what segment you're calling in for. I'm gonna do a little 2 minutes speed dating option at the end of each call. So if somebody is in the room and they want to jump on and get shoot their shot real quick. All right, I'll leave 120 seconds for that. Okay. Once again, Tosh says, Boro, let me come on. Listen, guys, the link is just for your information. The StreamYards is a bit delayed. Okay, I got you, ER. I got you. We're gonna try to work with the lag isn't bad anymore for me. It's like 2 seconds. Okay. Hopefully the lag and the audio and everything's okay for everybody else. All right. Let's also make sure that if you guys hop on, that if you're watching me in the background on your TV, let's get all of that together. All right, guys. All right. Really quick. Let me just pull up the energies really quick, because I'm ready to talk to y'all. Okay. There we go. All right, guys. Really quick. Once again, happy birthday, Aries. Shout out to the Aries. Okay, we're early into it. Today's the last day of the cusp degrees, as you guys see. So today's we're 2 degrees in Aries. Tomorrow we're gonna be 3 degrees, and we're out of the cusp. We're fully into Aries season. All right. Now, as we can see, the Sun and Venus is conjunct. So today was a day that we were Venus Aries conjunction. Venus Sun conjunction in Aries. Today was the day we were very proactive, expressive, couldn't couldn't hide our expression about how we felt about the temperament with things dealing with connections and relationships. We may have been very proactive, expressing or taking action towards things dealing with love, connections, and expressing how the fuck we feel, or you may have received that in some type of shape or form. So yes, very proactive doing that today. Cardinal signs on a hot seat when it comes into that perspective, probably being in the midst of those type of conversations and interactions. Today could have been a really impulsive entrance into the weekend, dealing with impulsive movement or actions with finances and resources. Be careful of that as well, guys. Moon is in Capricorn, guys. Moon is in Capricorn, though. So any type of building, structuring, organizing conversations during this time, dealing with relationships, can have a layer of, I don't want to just say insensitivity, but everything with Capricorn, we know, is systematic. And this is a square to Aries. So now this could be a really rigid type of alignment at times, because this alignment could work very hard, get right to it, very ambitious. Capricorn, Aries, Sun in Aries, Capricorn Moon, right? But they can be detached and insensitive like a motherfucker. This alignment can be really inconsiderate of other people's feelings and emotions, and not in a purposeful way, but it's just that it's self-driven. And then it also, I'm a Capricorn Moon. It struggles with being able to react to things with emotional impulses at times. So right now, this is, once again, I told y'all the first half of Aries season is going to be sticky, guys. I told y'all this. We spoke about this already. All right. So we got that stickiness there, but then again, Sun conjunct Venus, Lord have mercy, it just make you so proactive about things that you like or love. So today could have been the day that somebody gave it up to somebody that was trying to hold out 2-3 more dates, but today y'all just linked up. You said, fuck it. Let's do this shit. I'm tired of holding all this intensity back. So there's a lot of those energies. This energy, Sun conjunct Venus in Aries, is also really good for just being proactive and action oriented towards things dealing with connection as well, right? Like this could be a good energy for a guy that's a little reluctant to talk to his crush at work. This and that. Sun conjunct Venus in Aries. That motherfucker said something to her ass today. He said, "What's the worst that's gonna happen?" The fuck is the worst that's gonna happen? Good sister Neo Manova in the building. Good Libran sister right there. Kay said, my daughter told me she loved me like 1,000,000 times today. Oh man, ain't that a wondrous vibe right there? I love that for your sister. You hear what I'm saying? All right. Full first day of Aries season. Happy new astrological year. What's going on? Just be. All right. So yeah, man, that's the big entrance we have this weekend right now. Moving into Sunday, guys. The moon is dead smack in Capricorn. Try not to be too insensitive. Try to make sure you're not trying to accomplish things overnight with this alignment, because it's such an ambitious alignment, such a courageous alignment. All right, but things take time, and we'll get that reminder with the moon in Capricorn, guys. All right, so make sure we are prioritizing things within our capacity around this time. I told y'all first half of Aries season about pace that passion, direct that passion. All right, make sure it has a proper pocket to go into. Let's not just be out here moving willy-nilly. All right, guys, I'm ready to talk to y'all. Who I got first in the queue? Who do I have first in the queue? All right, journalist 26. Gotta turn that camera. I need cameras on, by the way, y'all. I need cameras on. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds. I'm gonna give you a few to turn that camera on. Journalist 26. All right. And I'm gonna have to move on. Okay. We gotta be camera ready. All right, journalists, go ahead and get yourself together, because I'm gonna pull my good brother up into the scene. I'm gonna put my good brother ER in the building. What's going on, fam?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear. What's going on, bro?
All right. Well, hello, everybody.
Everybody. Yo, ER, by the way, I don't know if you know, you're a real popular guy in the church, so I'm pretty sure there was some ladies that was curious and waiting to see. Yo, tell ER hop on. You know, you always interacting with everybody in there. So, ladies, everybody, this ER in the flesh right here, man.
I got the Leo Riz. So I was concerned that I was too much, because I'm always talking all the time. I got Mars conjunct Mercury in Leo.
Wait. Hold on. Yeah, my bad. I just want to make sure we keep everything in accord. First of all, I need to know what you jumping on for.
Oh, so kind of open-ended. I've got multiple things. We could talk about my placements. We could talk about what's been going on with Venus retrograde. That's my ruler. It's a Taurus rising. We could talk about society and modern dating. I've got questions, your opinions on that. I'm an Aquarius moon. I care about society. I can't help it. I've kind of alienated myself from where I've come from. I've come from the country. I'll just say in Ohio, but the moon's my third house ruler, and it's deposited in Aquarius, my 10th, and so it's also conjunct Neptune in my 10th. And I do have a goal of creating a YouTube channel, sharing astrology and stuff. I've been making a lot of progress with that. I've been writing in this freaking thing, trying to get my system. But so I've got like a YouTube to plug later on, maybe. But
look at all those notes. Yeah,
I've been getting like systematic about it. Anyway, we got to choose a topic here. Also, anyway, what do you want to do?
I was gonna ask you first, Eli. Like, okay, Taurus sun, Aquarius moon.
Sorry, no, Taurus rising, Leo sun, Aquarius moon.
I was about to mix your sun and your rising up. Leo sun, Taurus rising, Aquarius moon. All right, now, first of all, before we get, because it looked like we got a couple of things we might have to navigate. All right, you're Taurus rising. Venus is your ruler. Venus is retrograde.
Yeah.
What's going on with your love life right now, brother?
Oh my God. Okay. Well, anyway, so I grew up pretty religious. So most of my life I only dated like four people, really 2 people seriously, but they've all been church related. So I feel like, anyway, so since I've discovered this, I believe I'm just trying to find the truth, and this is where I've landed here. And so now I'm less restricted with what I believe to be dogma and stuff. Don't get me wrong, I respect Christians. I just don't believe it. I don't live by it anymore, like strictly like I used to. I got Capricorn, South Node in the 9th house in Capricorn, so I came into the conjunct Lilith, so I was like extreme about that. It's like super rigid with my belief system, trying to find the truth. And,
South Node in that 9th house. South Node in that 9th house is just a matter of time till you break free from whatever spiritual background your family.
Exactly.
It's a matter of time.
Exactly, and I've been actually understanding North Node in Cancer, getting stability, getting my own job has actually allowed me. And so I have the stability now. I'm learning about Cancerian North Node. I don't have to be invulnerable. It's ironic because, South Node and Capricorn generations used to trying to be completely rigid and unaccessible emotionally because we got to get stable first. I feel like I've finally gotten enough of that, and I've done enough research with my 9th house and finding astrology. You helping me out with this have helped me get a stable understanding what I actually believe with my 9th house. So I don't need to keep on searching anymore because I just landed here. It's basically the archetype of universal everything, because I believe I think I read some books. I can share that if you want. But anyway, I've learned that it's actually stronger to feel stuff just in your environment, because it's like you think it'd be weak to be sensitive, but I've learned that it's weak to repress sensitivity, because it's like if sensitivity, I came up with this yesterday. If sensitivity is the cold, is it stronger to not feel the cold, or is it stronger to fully embrace the feeling of it? And obviously it's stronger with the Cancers. And if you're actually taking care of yourself, like going to bed on time, eating food that tastes good, and just enjoying the sunrise and stuff, doing stuff like that actually makes you more healed. So then you can be a better performer if you want to be in the Capricorn South Node. But anyway, that's just the axis. But
and before you give me word salad and dodge the answer of my question, I need you to let the chat know how old you are and where you're located.
Okay, I'm 24, and I am in Ohio, near Columbus. Say that.
Okay, perfect. So, what's going on in your personal love life? How are you navigating Venus retrograde? What was going
Yeah.
on in your love life before Venus retrograde? Talk to me.
I said all that to say this because I finally graduated college. I got a job. In my recent, I actually did start talking to a girl like a month ago. So that background was, so like I was gonna, some people are saying get dating apps. I don't know. I was just gonna get into a routine. This was during Aquarius season in my 10th house. I was gonna get into a routine, get established, and then maybe start talking to people.
Yep.
I ended up going to so Mars is in Cancer. That's my 7th house ruler. I've got Scorpio in the 7th and Aries in the 12th. I ended up going to my 3rd house environment, went to a family game night, and then I saw this girl there, and then we started talking. We talked for like 2 weeks, and she's actually a Libra rising, so she's also ruled by Venus. But
shit, we got the Taurus rising. Y'all fucking start dating and walk in the spot, look like the most beautiful motherfuckers.
I did this stupid thing where so Mars was in Cancer too, and my 7th house ruler is Scorpio, so I just got like super, oh my god, I want to date you. Like you in your most recent video, or you were talking about how like Taurus men can be like, we gotta get stable now, and I definitely did that. And but that's part of the retrograde learning. So what happened was when the retrograde happened, she just ghosted me. And I'm like, oh shit. I was probably being too.
Wait, and you met her online? You met her through a dating app or in person?
So I hope she doesn't see that. She probably won't. It doesn't matter if she sees it. I don't care. I met her as a family friend, but I had never met her. She's like my best friend's sister's friend. So there's the big orientation of I'm already familiar with my 3rd house, and she's from the 3rd house, and it's in Cancer. In Mars, my 7th house ruler is in Cancer, and her 7th house ruler is also in Cancer. But I felt Venus entered Aries. So we started talking. Venus entered Aries. We started like being too impulsive with like the dating stuff, right? It's just moves.
Where's your Venus placement again? You said Venus in what?
My Venus natally is in Virgo in the 5th house.
And you said her Venus is in what?
Pisces in the 5th house.
Okay.
If you do equal house system, but her Venus is also conjunct Uranus, so that kind of also might explain the disappearing aspect. She's a.
How long was y'all talking?
We only talked for like 2 weeks.
You said 2 weeks. Okay.
It actually was 3 weeks, but what happened was it was messed up because I usually don't care. I never actually like a person, and all of a sudden I felt emotionally invested. And then I just felt like an idiot. And right when the Scorpio moon happened in my 7th house, on the 0 degree Scorpio, that's when I felt this death feeling of like, oh no, this is going to die. I feel like, and then she just didn't respond. I'm like, okay. But it was that emotion. I ended up realizing the lesson I learned, don't try to seek emotional fulfillment in a partner. Basically, that's the lesson.
Okay. So this experience taught you, this brief 2-week experience taught you, and you started talking to her like when you met her, it was Venus retrograde.
No.
When you met her,
Venus in Pisces, and then entered Aries. Once it entered Aries, we started being like going fast. Mm-hmm. And then it was just like, it was 3 weeks. And then when it hit retrograde, that's when she goes to me. It was like a week before retrograde happened. Yeah. So there's this other YouTuber, is like Aaron Ellenbass or something. He talks about how the retrograde a week before it happens, but a week before it goes backwards, it kind of slows down like a week before it officially goes backwards. And he says that you'll see next like a week before retrograde. And I was looking at that in the comments. They're like, yeah, my
shadow period, ER. That's the shadow period.
Okay. And now I'm still learning about all this too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but
yeah. And so I'm like, that's mathematically accurate. And she's ruled by Venus as well. And I could see, so she's also a Pisces sun, Pisces Venus. And so there's all, and then that's where I kind of got the illusion, the whole like projection of idealism onto. I feel like I did that a little bit.
Okay, let me stop. I'm gonna stop you right there. You met her. Y'all got each other's contact. What was the did you get to physically see her again after that?
Yeah, we went on
about how many times?
On a date. What's up?
Okay, go ahead. Y'all went on a date.
We went on a date and it went really well. I had to leave for work for like a week. And then she's also in school, and she said she just got overwhelmed with school. And then she just said, I just don't want to talk to anybody right now. And I don't even know if it's personal, but I know that on my end, I was too invested for not knowing somebody that long. So I learned that. I had to go through an evaluation of that. And tell us what sign and house your Venus is in again, ER. And everybody has to understand ER's Venus placement is very significant because he's a Taurus rising, so that's his chart ruler. Yes. So what sign and house? Virgo in the 5th house.
All right, now ER, you're a proud long church member. I always shout you out for getting us some of these new Bibles in the church. I've been telling you, but I get on y'all Venus and Virgos for the because that Venus debilitation, bro. It one thing about that placement I've seen over the years is that its nature of getting so excited around what seems like could just the potential alone, opposite house, Pisces 12th house, just the potential alone of connection based off of potentially not really seeing the best examples of it before that situation. So it's so easy for Venus and Virgo to be like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take care of it.
And yes. I know this theme, girls that have their moon in an earth house, I end up just I like them for no reason sometimes. With my whole chart is in fire and air except for my Venus. And my Venus squares Pluto and it squares Jupiter and it squares Chiron. But I've noticed that I don't know if this is just a recent thing, but I'm like, it seems like the girls that I find attractive have like moon in Earth, but then it's like my moon is at 9 degrees Aquarius, my Venus is at 9 degrees Virgo, so they're exactly in conjunct. So it's like that, and then it's not emotionally fulfilling. So I just have a great talented chart, just a really messed up Venus, which is my chart ruler.
I know you just say you got a messed up Venus. Once again, everybody link is in the chat to enter the queue. But Venus, the 5th house is a very exciting house for Venus. Yeah. So the fact that it's in the sign of the sign of Virgo, the 5th house is kind of the background of what gives it the exciting and impulsive temperament, just being in that expressive space. And then it just becomes real expressive to get stable Taurus, Virgo. So all the earth signs, Venus is debilitated in Earth, but all Venus and Earth signs do this. All Venus and Earth signs, when they like you, you guys will all start. And I'm a Venus, I'm a moon Earth, so it ain't Venus, but it's still dealing with connecting. So I understand it to a degree. But Venus and Earth signs, you guys, that's a clear sign to know a Venus and Earth sign likes you. Like how y'all start trying to like either get stable, situated, build, exchange resources, become resourceful, show that you can be resourceful, so you got to monitor that, of course. So that's good of you to know that and definitely recollect that around these times.
Yeah, you should have seen how clean my house was. It was kind of awesome. I was so proud of it. She came in, she was like, wow, I've never seen, my house is not this clean. I'm like, it's okay. Mine usually isn't either, but it is now. And I don't even care. Like, I kind of wanted to, because this is the first time I've, graduated, had my own spot. So It's nice to just be able to do that to anybody, because my Venus is like, let me show off cleanliness. But
okay, so how about this? This is what we're gonna do. ER, because it look like Venus and Virgo giving you a little spin for your money right here, and your ruler's retrograde. I'm gonna make a prediction, and then I want to propose something to you. So first of all, I think this girl might spin back before Venus retrograde is over. And Venus, now she might have just ghosted your ass straight up. So that could be one reality, just because motherfuckers is reevaluating their values right now. Is retrograde. Her guy probably is backing her. You don't know what's going on, and it was such a brief time that y'all spoke. But Venus goes retrograde in April 11th. So I just have a feeling. You never know that she may spin back before the end of this time. But since you in the building right now, all right, the queue is clear. You want to go through these matchmaking questions right now?
Yeah.
You want to get all right. So we just gonna start from the top. Once again, I know you answered it before. Age, location.
24 years old, Columbus, Ohio.
All right, and do you have any kids?
No.
All right, tell us what you do for a living, what you're building, what you into.
So I'm an engineer. I basically do electrical schematics and programming for the robots that build a certain brand of cars. This is what I'm into. So usually it's when people are like, what are you into? I kind of like keep it hidden a little bit, because it's just kind of a lot to just start talking about astrology. And then you got to clarify, no, it's not woo woo BS. It's like an actual real thing.
Right.
And
that's why we here.
I don't have to do that. But I've been obsessed with this because I think that it's real, and I think that it's useful. I think I think you're being ignorant if you're not taking it into account in your life. I'm not trying to force down anybody's throat, but I think it's cool, and I want to, my Aquarius moon reflects on it all the time. And I listen to a lot of music. I need to start working on skills, but I've just been, just having fun. I've been in a phase of just trying to get stable and trying to get systematic with my routine. Libra's my 6th house ruler, Venus is also my 6th house ruler with Libra in the 6th. And I'm just in a stabilization period here and trying to get some foundational work so I can start making videos and maybe like streaming and stuff. But I like basic Leo stuff, too, like music, and it's a 4th house Leo, so it's emotionally intuitive and expressive, I would say.
Oh, I will go ahead and say, well, you are a Leo sun. You are a Leo sun. Leo sun in the 4th house. I believe many of you to be really expressive the most in comfortable environments, comfortable settings, or around familiar faces and places. A lot of the time, some people may not even know how creative you are at times, with that 4th house, regardless of the sign it is, even if it's as expressive as Leo.
Got Mars and Mercury there too, so it's like kind of a lot.
Okay, sometimes. big 4th house stellium. So big 4th house stellium, and then Venus is in Virgo. So Lord have mercy, These girls, you're gonna have to make sure when you're interacting with these girls, you're gonna have to have some pace, because I know that structure of alignments right there.
That's what I've learned.
Look at all them notes. Look.
Take it slow.
You do exactly. You're doing your due diligence. So you want to.
There's some hoes out here too. So why would I be so giving up front? You got to make sure they're not gonna just cheat on you in 1 week. Get to know somebody. But I just gave away my cards now. But it's okay, because whatever. Who cares?
That's why I like to keep it balanced here, because listen, man, it's not easy. I preach, self-development over everything in order to get, positive results, successful results within your relationship goals. But, it is hard out here for men, and women. Like everybody kind of got some justified complaints out here. So I try to keep it balanced. I vouch for the women because some guys out here just crazy, and I vouch for my guys as a guy and a male advocate because some women are out of control today. All right, so that's just what it is. But okay, all right. So go ahead and repeat your big three and your Venus and Mars for everybody.
Big three, Taurus rising, 0 degrees Taurus rising, 21 degrees Leo sun, 9 degrees Aquarius moon, and then I have a 9 degrees Venus and Virgo, and a 8 degrees Mars and Leo. And all those degrees is probably my Venus and Virgo relating some details.
ER is not fucking around. He gave us the degrees of he's not fucking around with this astrology shit. I think this is a game. All right.
I do think that compatibility, like if something's going to work long term, it's kind of predetermined anyway. So I'm not trying to like force anything. Yeah.
Well,
but obviously you have to have character on top of like compatibility and stuff. But that's part of that's part of what I'm saying is if you're the type of character, it's going to work or not. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I agree. So what's your history and experience with astrology? How long would you say you've been into it?
So I thought it was total BS for most of my life because I was ignorant with my South Node in the 9th, and I thought Christianity was the only way. And then Pluto and Sagittarius made me die and rebirth my beliefs once I discovered some real that this stuff's real. So that happened in I started taking it seriously like 2021. I'm like, whoa, it might be a real thing. And then I kind of put that on hold for a few years. I think I just did a whole bunch of research in 2022. That's when I probably discovered you. And then I've just been like doing a lot more for 2023. This past year, 2024, I've been kind of tracking the transits all the time and doing a lot of writing. So that's where I'm at. I'm still learning. I'm just learning what a Kazemi is today.
Okay. Kazizi. All right. So let's get right into it. So as a excuse me, as a Venus in Virgo, Mars in Leo, name some immediate turn-ons dealing with a woman.
If you've got your shit together and you're confident, I guess.
Define shit together.
If you don't, so I don't know. So obviously the physical appearance being detail oriented, blah, 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 but that's not super important because I'm aware that I'm overly critical with that. What's important is that you don't stink, I guess, or that you're not just gonna because I'm a 4th house person. I like to lounge around, but
All right, so hi, ladies.
I don't know, man. I'm thinking of like the fridge being clean and stuff, but that just seems so mean. But
no, I ain't gonna. No, I'm dying in my head for a couple of things. Because first of all, you're a Venus in Virgo, so eyes can't miss certain things when y'all connecting with somebody. Like when it comes into love for you, that's when your Virgo lens turn on. So this what makes Venus and Virgo sometimes do too much with love because you see too much, think too much about it, you analyze too much. So
I'm doing it right now.
I may walk into a chick house and I don't play that. I don't play that. Like I don't play a chick being messy. That's such a turn off, But as a Venus and Virgo, I know how serious that is for you. Like, no way. Why is her fridge this dirty?
I just appreciate this beautiful symmetrical. Like my job is detail oriented, and I get to make it all perfect. And but I think Virgos can also be messy too.
Hell yeah,
kind of hot in a way where it's like the chaotic side of it. But yeah, like I dated this one girl that had Mars in Virgo, and she was the aggressor basically.
Venus,
but I didn't mind. But it was also kind of like she didn't really. That was like my first relationship. She was like 2 years older than me, so that was like in high school. But I appreciated how she was a hard ass worker. But that was my Venus appreciating it, you know.
Right. Okay.
I dated a girl that had a Venus conjunct my Mars, and it was great. It was fun, but it kind of pissed me off because I'm like, you're not being feminine right now. You're being like the way that a Venus in Venus and Leo, she would flirt with me. She would like bite me and stuff, or like be loud in public and I'm in public. I'm like, quiet down, dude. They're looking at us. I'm trying to be all prim and proper with my stupid little plate.
What's her son? What's her son?
She's a Gemini. Yeah, she was a Gemini.
She got Gemini, Sun square, Virgo.
Yeah, squares Virgo.
Mars.
The thing is, it trines my moon, so it's great with my everything else in my chart except my Venus. So it's like everything else is so fun.
There may be some good. See, you got a Venus in Virgo, bro. So anytime you interact with somebody that got Virgo placements, you can find good in their bad. You're gonna naturally be fond of their Virgo placements. So it isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's actually a powerful thing when you deal with people that have Virgo placements, actually, because it just creates conjunctions. So in synastry, conjunctions create powers. So the thing about the Venus and Mars, though, just like I always say, you've been a consistent church member. You've heard me say this before. Conjunctions are powers, but you do need to be aware of the relationship of those planets, because some planets don't like each other as much as other planets. Venus and Mars butt heads as high. That conjunction can bring a high amount of attraction and intimacy, but it's that medium is so hard to find there. So that's mad funny. Okay, so any other immediate turn-ons before I move to my next question? As a Venus and Virgo, Mars in Leo. Once again, guys, the link to enter the queue is in the chat, guys. Make sure you're cammed up, mic'd up, guys. Go ahead, ER. My bad.
I think that there's an intuitive mood. So I think I'm a fourth house stellium. I've got Mars and Mercury and Sun in the fourth. There is a mood that is sort of underground and behind the scenes that if you vibe with it, you vibe with it. I would say fire sign women do this. If you're like a fire sun with like an earth moon, that's really cool because Venus and my Mars are happy.
Have you? I know we have the knowledge of that. Okay. So you have interacted with women with those placements.
Yeah, I'm thinking of people who I know who have that, but I'm not trying to date them. But they get it. They intuitively get what I'm getting. Like I'll say something and they'll feel it.
Okay.
I think that like you're rising. So I believe in equal house, which is kind of unique, but my best friends are Scorpio risings, and second best is Capricorn risings. Third would be like Cancer rising. Basically things that are compatible with the Taurus rising houses. If you have those houses, I kind of realize that a lot of the time I can kind of be compatible with almost anyone with like good aspects with the compatible houses. But you can be like can have like a good compatibility on paper with the sign, but if the house is all janked up, then it's kind of weird.
You know, I definitely encourage because I'm a big guy on this thing now. Us being astrology students and enthusiasts is like, it's important not to allow your knowledge of astrology to disrupt a flow and all the potential circumstances, and that should be hard to do at times. But like, this goes for everybody in the chat, ladies, fellas. Y'all got to make sure when we dating, you can keep an openness. and allow people to present themselves, because at the end of the day, I don't know everything about astrology. You don't know everything about astrology. So as much as you think this is going to be so much layers to this person that you're not just going to be able to dissect and pinpoint right away with astrology. So we have to keep an openness when we're connecting and relating with us. Even in a sense, I believe to a degree, this is somebody that's not in astrology will look at this, what I'm about to say, and be like, oh my God, such an egotistical, damn near delusional statement. But I believe we have the upper hand with being able to guide things in relationships, being into astrology. Now at the end of the day, compatibility is compatibility, but that's where the extra grace comes in a bit. This is where, you acknowledging parts about yourself and your own karma in the present comes in. That's your upper hand in relationships. So, that's just that. All right. So, all right, ER. So we got immediate turn-ons with a woman out the way. What about immediate deal breakers? I know you to a degree you mentioned cleanliness, kind of, but immediate deal breakers, like you're not even going to entertain this chick if she got this, that, and the third going on.
So I guess I'll go a little further with the turn-ons. I'm a Leo, obviously. Attention is fun, but like people are like, Aries woman is too masculine, whatever. I do not care about that. I think that they're cute and funny because you can easily piss them off and they just do whatever they. It's like, how is that? I guess turn-offs would be like, so I've just kind of noticed that with this Aries in the 12th energy in a Taurus rising, I'm extremely stubborn and I'm going to be doing my own thing. I've kind of decided that. I'm an Aquarius moon in the 10th, and so I'm building this career path and all this stuff. And if you come in and I guess I'm still in a building phase probably as a Taurus rising, but I kind of can't negotiate or change. Like obviously, I just have to be able to do this. That's kind of like my thing. And of course, everyone here already fucks with astrology. Whereas if I'm out in the world, they're like, oh, you want to do this? That's weird. I'm like, okay, well, I'm just, that's not going to work.
Right. Okay.
I don't want to be like obsessed with it all the time, but this is definitely a phase or like an achievement that I want to get done. I think my moon being close to Neptune in my 10th is influencing that, and it's trining Jupiter and it's sextiling Pluto. So all these influences are kind of going to my 10th. But so if you basically, I would have to have a conversation about the structure of what we're doing. And if you don't, yeah. And also, I don't know if I'm being too controlling. That's kind of one of my questions here is, am I being like too rigid with this? Because I just feel like if I compromise on any little area of the system that I'm building, then all of a sudden my life falls apart. And how am I going to be stable? But maybe that's why I've got Scorpio in the 7th, because transformative partners.
And you have to be and as a you said it, as a Taurus rising, when you can't get fixated into a connection or relationship in the way you personally desire, you still have to be open towards the different changes it takes. Parts of yourself may need to change or transform in order to make a relationship harmonious. And not saying that we have to change ourselves for people, but when it's more so in the perspective of this relationship, this person is bringing out the good in you or helping you to, and that more so in that circumstance. And also acknowledging the reality that relationships transform at some point and at different points. And, the Taurus energy, y'all just like getting into what y'all get into. Then again, you have Leo is fixed fire, but fire is changeable still to a degree. So it's like Scorpio and Leo that are still like some of the more of the most transformable, whatever the accurate word is, when it comes into the fixed signs. They could transform a little bit better. Yeah.
I think I'm looking for emotional depth long term, or like that Scorpio in the 7th. So
you telling me right now, if there's a lady, based off what you just said, you telling me right now, if there's a lady in the chat that's interested in you, and you started talking to her right now, and things started flowing the way you could just be locked in with her, and you won't have a desire for nothing else. Like you just could be connected, locked in, and that's your way of connecting and dating. Like you not entertained by anything else if you locked in with one chick.
Yeah, well, because my ambition is to eventually create a family and build something with a partner together as a Taurus rising. So why would I want any other distraction? I don't think that there's anything, you know, but you obviously can't. But that's the problem, is finding someone that you can actually trust to do that with.
The only reason I asked, and I know you got like your big three has dominant fixed energy. So it's like I asked because not saying you're not capable, but you're 24. So if you I don't know how what's the longest, real quick, with the longest relationship you've been in?
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
So if that girl landed on your doorstep today, you think you've experienced enough, or experience and exploring is good? Like you'll just be good with that chick if she meets your criteria?
Yeah, I think it would be, but I also know that I have Sagittarius in the 8th house, and I've been limited and suppressed with experiences. But that, I don't know. That's something that because my moralities and stuff has been super crazy, trying to understand if like gaining more experiences, if that would be like immoral or something. I feel like that's how I've been conditioned, but I don't think that that's accurate anymore. So I think I definitely would play it slow and try to date. I would definitely want to date a lot of people, and I would encourage them to do the same. But because I think if it's intuitive and if it's real, I'll find like I did date a Scorpio girl. Her sun was in Scorpio. I don't know her rising actually, but that was the most you could like. When I see Scorpios, we're suspicious of each other, kind of, but that's good because it means that we're not gullible in a way. And I find that I think if I could find like a Scorpio rising, that'd be sweet, or a Cancer rising, or anyway, I'm getting too specific again. But
and you're a Leo sun, so
yeah,
you never you never attracted any Aquarius women?
I did, but they kind of pissed me off. Okay, I've never all the way. I think there was an ego clash, but I think that might just been like an individual thing. I don't think that's all Aquarius women. I don't know that many. I don't have that many experiences with Aquarius women, I don't think.
Okay.
So the one that I was thinking of made me mad one time, but
all right. So if a woman is interested, what is something or some things that she would have to understand that you're not compromising?
I just want to be able to have a stable life. So anything that gets in the way of that, I can't compromise on. You got to know the difference between maturity and immaturity, I guess. Like you can have like drama and stuff that it could be really fun if we're just having fun, but if you're genuinely being like immature, I wouldn't compromise on that because can't be a child, I would say. But maybe that's
you sound
cruel,
like you sound.
I don't want to, I don't want to take care of somebody, but I also want to be like you talk about like how relationships should be a give and take Libran. And I'm still kind of exploring what these things are, honestly, so it's kind of hard to answer.
Okay. I like your thought process on that answer though. And yeah, and that was such a Taurus rising Venus and Virgo ass answer. Like No, because it's just like with Earth dominant energy when it comes into mating and relating. Like you're gonna hear the type of temperament of stability as far as in this connection.
Yeah.
Like, like we could connect, but at some point we stabilize in this. Like this can't be too up in the air or too like.
Yeah, and I don't think I've shown it at all, but the Leo side of me, well, that the fun side, like I'm fun and stuff. I just when it's that Venus thing, like you said, when it comes to dating, it's like, what are we doing? Which that might be intense and bad, but that's why it's afflicted, maybe. But I want to have fun. We don't have to be serious. We can do earthy things like eating food. That's not the only thing that Earth people would do, but
I wouldn't even say it's intense. I think it's always not really what you say, is how you say it. So that's for one.
Yeah.
And then two, it's you have to establish some type of order when you're dealing with connecting. And I think there's levels to it. And I think you're continuously doing that in relationships, but the beginning is the most important part. You have to establish some type of order, something. It doesn't have to be so rigorous, but in some type of way, how we connect, we have to make sure like we have to be building towards something, or at least have a mutual understanding of what we doing. I think that's what keeps things realistic to a degree. So we could always depend on Earth dominance, Venus and Earth signs, to bring shit back down to motherfucking Earth, right? Regardless of the flow in it, but that'd be needed because it's so easy to get into la la land when you are building connections.
I think with water in my air sign houses, I can be very like nurturing and sympathetic to stuff in relationships. It doesn't have to always be perfect all the time. It's the sextile.
So you basically saying that it's really easy for you to practice grace in your relationships or amongst with your loved ones in general.
Yeah, I just know that. So like this past relationship, I just kind of went too in on the emotions, and so now I feel like I'm during this Venus retrograde, I'm doing okay, I got to figure out, I don't want that to happen again. But I feel like it's kind of just the nature of relationships. Like I was thinking about why Scorpio represents loss today. And if you get a fixed emotional attachment and then something dies, then all of a sudden you can't have that back anymore because it's already dead, kind of. Like you can't undo that wound. And that's in my 7th house. So that's
an analogy right there, ER. That's definitely a perspective of looking at that. Like if you're fixed water,
I got fixed water in the 7th.
Your fixed water, would you not be the sign that knows about loss? You get this intense connection that you fixated in, you're holding into it, it's intense. You wasn't even trying to entertain it if you didn't even think it had the potential to be as intense in the first place, and then it disappears. So this is where transformation and rebirth comes in with Scorpio. There you go. Perfect.
And that's why I'm probably also coming off with this malevolent like Martian energy in the 7th when it's talking about dating, because I'm building so much investing in my first house. I can't just, I can't just let it all go away all out of nowhere. And I don't want to be manipulated for my money or for my good looks or whatever. I want to know that you're actually care, that's what there's this whole paranoia in my 7th house, but so it's like reading between the lines. And if you're a real person, or if you're a good Scorpio, if you're a person of good character that doesn't want to take advantage of people, then over time, it's fixed water, then great. And my Mars is in the 4th, so it's kind of another layer of my 7th house ruler in my 4th house of that emotional security with a partner too. I was kind of thinking that through, but
with your placements, bro, I've dated 4th house dominance, and that's what helped me to realize, especially the sun in the 4th house, like it don't matter the sign. You can have an expressive ass sign like Leo in their expression is like is levels to it, especially when it's in comfort zone environments versus unfamiliar spaces. So when it comes into connection, like y'all not playing about that shit, and it is a crave, it is a desire. Some people are so transactional detached that they may not desire true emotional connection. They may desire other facets of a relationship. I've really learned that. Like astrology helped me to really understand that. Like if I met a certain girl with certain alignments, and I'm like, okay, but if I see her just saying certain things about relationships and her viewpoint about it, then I'll be like, okay, is she really the type to be So that astrology will definitely help you navigate things, I would say, with observing your mates and prospects from that perspective for sure. But you still have to let people show you who they are regardless. All right. But all right. So I'm wrapping up with just 2 more questions. So for one, would you personally, you're located in Ohio?
Yeah.
Are you necessarily only looking to date people in that area? Like if a chick just DM'd you on IG tomorrow morning from Cali, would you entertain it?
Yeah, because the reason why I would is because this is kind of my 11th house space with Pisces in my 11th. And if we have this in common, this is going to be hard to find someone that has a similar alignment with that. I wonder if Pluto transiting Aquarius has anything to do with like finding a social group and the occult. I don't know, but I would definitely do that. But I wouldn't want to be like I said, I wouldn't want to just all of a sudden, like next week, fly out to Cali, you know? We'd have to do like a lot of talking and stuff.
Long distance
like
dating is some shit.
Long-term with the fixed earth. So definitely entertain it for sure.
Okay. You pulling up on her? She pulling up on you? Like, well, who's going first? You flying her out? He laughed. It's over, y'all.
Scorpion the 7th, so I'm gonna be.
It's over. No, you laughed, bro. He not flying. Is not flying. Yeah, he a Taurus rising.
Dude, I totally would. I just need to save up. I just need to afford it. That's the problem. I just need to be able to afford it. It might be a while for to truly authentically afford it.
Bro, you don't need a front for nobody. We know your alignment. You're a Taurus rising, Venus and Virgo. They need to be worth it before you spend the bread on it.
Dude, I got like a whole budget tracking app now. Like I just got so excited about our relationship a month ago, and I barely knew her. So I'm not gonna fall for that again. Venus, this is the lesson of Aries, Venus. Don't be impulsive. Don't be impulsive. But so like I've written it down, so hopefully I learned that. But definitely in the having fun phase of my life, I would say, because that's the problem that I've been facing is I get too serious too fast. So that's not healthy for anybody, actually. So I just want to take it. It's going to work. We'll take it slow. And then, like normal people, after a while, then maybe we'll start thinking about a long-term thing. That's the adjustment I need to make as of recent, I think.
I think that's definitely, that's something with a lot of men today. I think, I
think we're thirsty, honestly. I'm trying to find someone good before they're all gone. Maybe that's crazy.
And that's another, that's another thing. I would say a lot of impulse in dating in different dynamics can stem from somebody perceiving somebody as a catch in this era and being like, no, I got to lock this one down. But even in that process, you can't just ever pedestalize anybody or just immediately think you gotta allow somebody to show true colors, express who they are, really get to the connecting. All right. And then lastly, what does being in a relationship mean to you, my good brother?
It means that we like each other enough to genuinely spend time together and not resent each other at all, because we just and having fun. I think long term, like I'm a 4th house stellium, so I'm probably gonna want a family at some point. I don't want to rush that though. I see people get divorces super fast all the time in this age and all that. But so a relationship is just someone that you're getting to know. And yeah, just growing together, hopefully. Yeah, someone that you're getting to know that you guys both in the back of your minds know that there's some romantic intentions, but it's not like plutonic out of nowhere, even though my Venus is square Pluto.
Oh man. Yeah,
and it's square Jupiter. Dude, my Pluto's conjunct Chiron in my 8th house too. So it's this death, fear, wound. But I've overcome it by doing stuff like this, getting on this show and just revealing. I don't,
Venus square Pluto.
You never dealt with a chick kind of. It's like I date someone and I get too intense.
But you never dealt with a chick trying to be really controlling over you?
I feel like I kind of like that because I feel like I would actually be controlling them, controlling me. No, I have. But if they're actually controlling me, I don't like it. Which might be controlling of me. That might be toxic of me. But I'm kind of skeptical about what they would be able to control me, though, is probably with emotional attachment and then manipulate that. But that's kind of how women work with, like, that's their weapon arson. What is it? Arsony? I don't know. That's their stash of weapons. Men have their fire. And anyway.
All right. And to wrap it up, my good brother, what's something a woman will have to understand that you're working on, or you could even call it a flaw, right? Something that's under development, under construction, and what's a perk about dating you?
All right, flaw. I am still figuring out what the hell I'm doing. Perk, I am figuring it out, and I think that I think that I've got a good heart still. I'm not super jaded yet. So I don't have that much baggage, I would say, is a good
luck staying pure, brother.
But yeah, it's a stupid sensitivity. I hate it because my moon's in the 10th house in Aquarius, but it's a real thing. My North Node's in Cancer. I'm figuring it out. But
wait, hold on, bro. What's the perk?
Oh, that was the perk. But also, I'm stable. But I'm actually, I have not demonstrated it in this, but if you buy with, if you're fiery, if you're an air sign, we can vibe. If you've got Libra placements, we were going to have fun. I love Libra is my favorite sign. I'd say Aries is my second favorite sign for fun. I mean, Libra's neighbor sign with Virgo too, so it's a lot easier for Venus and Virgo to be like, okay, at least they look good while they're being social as hell. I don't care if I'm social as hell. Like the Leo side of me is not clingy at all. I think it's funny. I think it's cool to show somebody off actually, because it's like, yeah, they like me. But even if they don't like me, I don't care because I can find someone else. Like I'm fire. It doesn't matter. But that's the fire side. The duality of people is you've got water, fire, all that. I've just predominantly have a lot of that. But yeah, I'm Aquarius moon. So I love talking about ideas and stuff. And
yo, bro, I think you need an Aquarius girl, bro.
I probably do because they're probably on the same level of Saturn. Like we're gonna be doing something. What?
I don't know. I like it. I like an Aquarius girl for you because I think it's just enough amount of attention, and then it'll be the opposite side of your moon.
Yeah,
but
they'd be cool too. I'd probably respect them because they'd probably be quote cool from whatever I said. How I think it would be cool. But
I would like you to run into an Aquarius girl that has Venus somewhere, either in Earth or just really harmonizing well with your Venus in some type of way. I would like to see how that works for you, bro.
Real Capricorn Venus.
I think you need to stay away from vindictive bitches. Like I think you need to stay away from like I think Scorpio will be a sign that Scorpio dominant women may be a sign that will continuously. Well, obviously you're a Taurus rising, but they would show because you got fourth house placements. You already have a lot of water from a house essence in your chart. Then Scorpio is your seventh house. That's to a degree that's our mating house, but it's also to a degree our enemy house as well too. So Scorpio, Sun, Moon, women, they can come off captivating to you probably because they're picking up you picking up on the tension between your Taurus placements, Leo placements. Leos and Scorpios a lot of time have that crazy sexual attraction tension. I hate you, but I'll do some shit to you type of relationship. So
yeah,
you need to be careful when you're dealing with the Scorpio woman. You need to be really careful dealing with that goddamn Scorpio woman. But man, if any Aquarius knock on your door, bro, I think I like that for you, boy. I like that for you, son.
I don't think I've ever, I can't even think of an Aquarius woman right now that I know of. Oh wait, yeah, I do. I know of one girl. I like her, but she's super Christian, so I don't want to try to I could try to corrupt her whole family. I could do that. But, yeah. Oh well.
All right, bro. All right, man. It's a pleasure, man. We got some things to catch up on outside of church too, man. So I'm gonna holler at you, bro. But I appreciate you coming on. Ladies, this is ER. Once again, this is one of my devoted congregation members right here, y'all. So if is that your Instagram, ER? Yep. Eli Rollins, that's your handle right there.
Yes.
All right, ladies. So we just finished the matchmaking portion. Anybody want to holler at my guy ER24? All right, Leo Sun, Aquarius rising, Taurus Aquarius moon, Taurus rising. Stop playing, big fix.
All right. I feel like I did not demonstrate the Leo side of myself, the fun Leo side of myself, because I'm just I'm really a goofball. Like a fourth house, that is goofy as hell. But yeah.
Yo, I really wanna. I forgot I wanted to add. a 2-minute speed dial, shoot your shot portion at the end of each matchmaking call.
Okay.
Shout out to my good sister TT. She just threw the link in there for anybody that wants to join the queue. Matchmaking, love reads, talk to me. You got a camera, mic up, guys. All right. So link is in there. But listen, I got 2 minutes. And if anybody want to join the queue and talk to ER real quick. There's any women that want to join the queue real quick. Look, we're gonna go just a little tiny quick intermission, y'all. All right, link is in the chat. I'm looking at the queue. Holla at me.
Oh, Lord, nothing I did, nothing I tried, nothing I smoked, nothing I snorted, nothing I drank, no man I did, no one did me. No! It did me any good. Oh, Lord, even that the food I put in my mouth wouldn't help me, Lord.
All right. Yo, ER, man. Yo, ER is a pleasure, man. It was a pleasure talking to you up here, brother. All right, man. You already know you up in the church 7 days a week, 24 hours. So I know how to tap in with you, bro. All right, appreciate you coming on.
For sure. Thank you.
All right, bro. Yes, sir. All righty, guys. That's my guy, ER, right there, man. All right. Fantastic call, ER. Thank you for your insights and thanks for sharing. Okay, shout out. I think I see my good sister Ebony enter the Chizat. All right, shout out to my good sister over there. My good sister DeRay. I have a Leo stellium too. Sun, Mars, and Mercury. I've embraced it. Son, just have to tone it down. Ego at times. Oh yeah, my good sister. That's the wisdom right there. Good wise sister right there. She knows what she's talking about. All right. Okay, guys. Link to hop on, connect with me is in the chat. All right, you got a cam up, mic up. All right, we have some in the room. And when I emphasize camming up, we had some of y'all get up out of here. All right. But yeah, I knew I saw my good sister Ebony in the building. What's going on, good sister Ebony? All right. All right. Y'all don't got to worry about being shy. Once again, hold on. Make sure I'm not missing anything in the private chat. Okay. Yeah. Listen, man, we a family in this church, all right? And then listen, that's the whole point. If you scared to came up but you want to get on, that might be the incentive for you to get on in the first place. You need to get on to go ahead and holler at me, and we probably could tackle why you even moving like that in the first place. You want to get some goals, you want to do something, you ain't trying to get up here. All right. How do I get back to the regular chat? Okay. Alrighty. Shout out to my good sister TT Jason Border Truth. All right. Good sister OC said, Boro, sometimes you have Leo vibes. Lord have mercy. You think so, sister? I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know. Is it the expression? Is it because I just be looking good? Which one? I don't know. Because other than my good brother ER, sometimes I get in a room with Leo, I'll be ready to lose my goddamn mind. I know the Leos, I know some Leos that know me probably see this comment like, what the fuck is she talking about? I'm a Leo and I can't stand that nigga. All right, y'all. Look, all right, so we're gonna go to a little intermission. I'm gonna give it a minute or two for anybody to join the queue. All right, if not, then that's gonna be the conclusion for episode 2 today. All right, y'all. All right.
Can do for you what nobody else can do for you. What would you do? Oh, come on, let's go.
Come on.
I'm tired of the can do for you what nobody else can do for you. What would you do? Oh, come on, let's go. Come on. Let's go. The devil tried to block me, tried to stop me, but no. Trying to steal my blessing, but God said, oh no. I'ma send some angels to help my remnant. They're gonna see my goodness in the end time like never before. Devil, do you really think you can stop them? You can block them, devil. Do you really think you can stop them or block them, devil? Do you really think you can stop them or block them, devil? By the power of the blood, you are defeated.
Hey.
Oh no.
Hey.
Oh
no. Alrighty, guys. Alrighty. Shout out to everybody in the building. We almost half a buck in the building. Okay, link to join the chat is in the queue, and we have a church member entering the building. Let's make sure we welcome her gracefully. All right. Shante, is that how I pronounce it?
Yes, Shante.
Shante, what's going on with you? How you feeling? How you vibrating tonight?
I'm good. Just stepped in the building. Wanted to see what y'all had going on.
Okay, all right. Okay, first of all, so since you just jump in the building, you want to connect, see what's going on. First of all, let us know how old you are and where you located.
I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada. I've only been here for May, it'll be a year. So Las Vegas, Nevada, and I am 31 years old. 31.
All right, you 31. You was born in 93 or 94?
93.
So you're a Capricorn.
October 1st. I'm pulling up my chart. October 1st, 1993.
So what's your you don't know your big 3 off the top of your head?
But I'm a Libra sun, Aries moon, and a Pisces rising.
Libra sun, Aries moon, Pisces rising. Oh man, sometimes I hate my job because
I know. That's why I didn't want to come on here.
Okay, so
I hesitated because you got to read me down, Virgo Venus.
No, listen, it's come as you are. All right, I treat my neighbors the way I want to be treated, so everything is done gracefully here. But I'm not going to continue without saying I know you can just be an alluring firecracker for the most part. You know, all that Venus, Pisces, Libra energy around the sun and rising. Like I know what that does to the appearance and the aesthetic. It creates opportunities just being a people's person and being able to work a room, smile, connect, relate. Like I know you've opened up opportunities just by that, but I do know that little Libra Aries opposition every here and there, you know, that Libra part of you, that Aries part of you comes to back up the Libra part of you, which sometimes, you know, Libra could be a little passive, but they run into that Mars and they know, you know, you don't play that. You don't play that sometimes. So, okay. All right. We're going to, what about the Venus and the Mars?
Venus, Virgo, Scorpio, Mars, Scorpio, Mercury too.
So we got back to back. Shout out to good brother Ehart just on the call. We got back to back Venus and Virgos in the building. All right, Venus and Virgos is in the building tonight. Y'all in the building tonight.
Represent. It's hard out here.
It seems like that's the tune, Venus and Virgos and Virgos dominance. All right, so okay, so we got a lot of Mars energy. All right, Scorpio energy, Aries energy, but then you got that. Okay, you got a lot of that Venus, Jupiter presence, a lot of flowy energy in your expression. Okay, now, so what you want to do tonight? You want to talk about what's going on in your love life? You want to talk about Venus retrograde affecting your love life? You want to talk about general things within love in your life? You want to answer some questions for a matchmaking segment? See if there's a good brother out there that thinks he's compatible with you. I got a set of questions for you if that's what you want to do. So you tell me.
I was hoping you. I seen what you had to offer. I didn't know what the love reading entailed because I was hoping you could just read me down, Pastor, and get me right for, you know, where my mind should be. Because I feel like I'm attracting Scorpio energy, Aquarius energy, but they all seem to be failing. So I feel like I'm doing something wrong. And I should be directing focusing my interests elsewhere. I don't know what I should be.
Okay. So this is what we're gonna do. Before I even get into pulling up your chart or anything, I'm gonna see if I could just diagnose you right now, just off of your big three, your Venus and Mars, and a couple of questions. So you are your rising is Pisces. That means you have Virgo in the 7th house. That means you have Venus in Virgo in the 7th house. You mentioned something about, you just mentioned two signs you say you attract, right? What were the two signs? What were they?
Scorpio and Aquarius, or I'm attracted to them. And yeah.
Scorpio and Aquarius. You're attracted to Scorpio and Aquarius. And
Libra too.
So what are these signs doing that you might have caught on, that might have been a pattern and cycle that you've noticed, or what have you noticed that happens with your behavior when you deal with these signs? Just to read that real quick since you mentioned it.
They're intellectually stimulating. They can keep up in a conversation. And they're charming, they're diplomatic, they have manners most of the time. You know, common
Aquarius
sense.
men have manners?
To a degree, because they believe, well, at least the one I was dealing with, believed in chivalry to an extent. So there was some politeness there. But yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and what went left with one of these Scorpios or Aquariuses that you like the most?
Oh, I don't think they like me as much as I like them. That's what I'm saying. Maybe I'm just attracted to, I'm being interested in the wrong energy. I don't feel like it's being reciprocated. So where should I be looking?
And okay, so now we have a case of, I know we started off talking about your Venus and Virgo, but as a woman, we never could neglect Mars neither. And you say your Mars is in Scorpio?
Yes.
Mars is in Scorpio. All right, so When you look at a guy's appearance and how he moves and expresses himself, do you believe you kind of size up his ability of intensity? Like, do you look at him like, fuck fuck if he's stable for me? Can he move me? Like, is he? Does he look like he can match my intensity? Would you say that's something you prioritize when you're dealing with prospects?
Yeah. Oh, because I'm deep, so I need to know you're deep or deeper than me in a sense. I like someone who's a little like darker than me, if that makes
Mm,
sense.
okay, okay. Because you know, and what would you say your relationship goals are?
Oh, good question. Relationship goals.
Because you understand what you're attracted to a degree, whether you feel like it's good for you or not, but you can get more in alignment with filtering out who you're attracted to and how you pick and what you entertain if you understand what your relationship goals are, you
Mhm.
know. And this is a no judge zone. This is not to say this is the mentality you should have for dating, but you know, the more you're more concise with yourself and clear with yourself, like, yo, this is what I want in my relationship, life, dating, you know, once people present themselves regardless of their signs, it's like, okay, I may be attracted to that, but doesn't have the balance it should have. And I think that's something. I'm a guy. I date women, so I don't know what it is to date a guy, but I would think that that might be hard for women to find. I think just like I think that's a catch for a woman, a bad boy aesthetic, but still stable, has some type of structure. It doesn't seem like, you know, they're too chaotic or scattered or imbalanced in some type of way. So I think that's not unattainable, even though I feel like that's kind of the catch for a woman nowadays in general, you know. But yeah, I think you need to think about that a bit more. What relationship goals you want,
Yeah.
and that could start to mentally or spiritually filter out what you attract. What you think about
Yeah.
that?
What I value, look at my value system and move according to that versus just initial attraction. I'm call it shallow, but I'm one of those people who thinks that initial attraction is important. If I
No,
don't initially find you attractive, then it's probably not going to work unless we worked alongside together and you've made me laugh enough times and we've had deep conversations, but that's a work, I feel like.
listen, I watch. Damn. Oh man, they're gonna hate me for doing this because I'm such a Libra. So I'm not about to pick sides when it comes to having a platform talking about dating. Like I got to keep it split down the middle. And I think women get, I could go viral saying this, but I think women get so much shade for having an attraction standard. You know, like I think guys like to critique women for saying, like, yeah, you like to pick just based off of attraction and not what a guy got going for himself, this, that, and the third. Now, I understand that concept. You have to have some balance. Things have to be whole here. But how you gonna tell somebody not to prioritize? I'm too much of a Libra. I'm a Venus and Libra. I'm too much into attraction to say that is not a priority. I can't let guys do that to women because it's also a cop out to guys. It's also a cop out to guys. So now y'all basically saying women just have to be forced to be attracted to something, or they can't be forced to be naturally attracted to something that they are. So I think that's a cop out for guys to work on their aesthetic and self-develop and find out what women like. I don't like that. I don't like that. So, but there's a thin line between that and delusion, as I'm sure you probably know. Um, so with all that being said, what's the longest relationship you ever been in?
It was when I was younger, about 4 years, and I haven't had anything that long.
What's
But I
what's
was
young, what's younger? High school, college age? Like what's really young? Like
early 20s.
that's kind of significant. Well, it is like when you were younger, yeah. That's okay. A 4 year relationship. What was his sign? You remember his sign?
Libra. Yeah. All my serious relationships have been with a Libra man. Two, only two, but they were both Libras.
went okay, so two significant relationships and they're both Libras. What went left with the two Libras?
Libras, they like they be cheating.
Okay.
They be cheating. Um, yeah, they just, they.
At any point did any of these Libras at any point did any of them admit to you like, yo, this is just who I am, like I want to be with you, but like I can't turn this shit off? Like at times I might do that. Did they ever anyone of them ever express that, or they was just acting like they were gonna show up as a certain man in the relationship and they just weren't?
Yeah, no, that never happened. That would be some radical transparency, if they did. And yeah, I think that would, you'd have to come to terms if that's something you could deal with. But no, the first one he cheated, and when I found out it was over, it was like real simple. The second one was just, always appearing as doing right, but there would be like breakups and other stuff, and then, you know, it is what
What
it is. I don't know.
what you might have did in these situations to aggravate things at times, or what can you say at least you took away? Because
Oh my
listen, you're
gosh.
dating. Listen, when you're dating your own sun sign, there's going to be a lot to take away because it's too much of a reflection. It's too much
Yeah,
of a reflection.
when I was younger, I was a tyrant all on my own. And but that's something you just like mature out of us, especially hopefully as a woman air sign. Like you just, you have so much to say, and there's just so much going on, and so much you want to get across and be understood and be respected, and like, and then, you kind of learn to like dial it back, and you don't realize what it's doing to that person or to your partner or to whoever, but they're gonna get their lick back, even if they can't get back at you, the way you can with your words and how you
Mhm.
make them feel, right? People remember how you make them feel, so who knows how they act on that. But I've learned, I've gotten much quieter, but I'm trying to learn to like balance it, because I'm Aries moon, so I'm like totally different when I'm at home, and when I'm out in the world, I
Okay,
have a little. Go
I'm gonna
ahead.
cut you off right there. I'm gonna cut you off right there because I just had to connect something really quick. So you're a Libra sun. The two significant relationships you had in your life were with Libra suns, but you're Aries moon. You're Aries moon. This is very significant right now because I harp on opposite alignments in synastry and relationships. You teach a lot. So you just said, I don't know what you said verbatim, but you mentioned something about learning how to control how you talk or how you communicate to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I see that little grin. I see that little grin and smirk on your face. I know exactly what that means. I know exactly what that means. What I said in the beginning of the call, you a firecracker. You a firecracker. All right? You know that's a problem. You know that's a problem because you was dealing with these Libra men, and because it's such a reflection with your sun, at times, the moon could just feel your moon could feel a little proactive about it instead of wanting to do the compromise negotiating thing. Go ahead.
I have a
You can butt it.
confession,
What's up?
Pastor. Um,
Go,
and I would like your
talk to
opinion
me.
on this. But I personally enjoy that part about me. I enjoy that side of me, because I feel like I can be very passive with the Libra, look aloof with the Pisces, and then Aries just comes and backs me up. But sometimes it is, though. It's a little like, oh. But at the
Mhm.
end of it, I'm just like, well, I got it off my chest, and and my point was made. And so,
Mhm.
but I had to, yeah, I'm learning, especially in dating, because emotions are involved. So,
Mhm. Mhm. Okay, so I think that's one of our. I think that's one key thing we could take away from this call so far: managing the communication impulses, and that's the thing. We're both Libras, bro. Like we know sometimes we think we know it all as air sons, and you got so much passion behind that as a moon. So I think it's just important to acknowledge in those moments when you're connecting with somebody where it's like Aries moon, sit your ass down. Like, I think there's a way of being assertive, but also communicating it reasonably. And that just takes. You're not going to be able to exercise that until you're dealing with a true connection. You're not going to be in an environment to really exercise that. In different parts of your life, probably in a work environment with your loved ones, personal people. When you get in a relationship, that's when you really got to catch yourself in the moment dealing with that intensity, because it ain't no other Aries moons or Aries dominants don't know what it is to be a Aries moon and have emotions and a connection. They don't understand how intense it is. They don't understand how much of an incentive to do things right now when you want to feel like doing them at now. When you feel like getting things done in the present happens. But there's also perks to the opposite, because in those moments, your diplomacy of your sun could come in and be like, all right, whatever. I got the steam off my chest later. I think tonight I got to make the call to apologize to get back on the same page. Your son could do that balance thing. And I think that's where the partner could appreciate it, when they could see like you could at least get back into positive alignment regardless of intensity sometimes with communication. But yeah, I think you was hiding that one a little bit. So I love that you came to make that confession. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I ain't done diagnosing you yet. So all right. This Mars in Scorpio, this moon in Aries, Libra, aesthetic. Man, is the bad boy gonna be the death of you? Is that what we doing? Is the bad boy?
Been there, done that, got a couple t-shirts. I could write a book if I wanted to. So no. We 31 now. Pastor, come on.
Okay.
Trying to get right.
All right. So your Pisces rising. So you got Virgo in the 7th house. A lot of times in your relationships, you're going to be forced to work on them. What's your effort being challenged working in your relationships? When you're in it to win it, is you going to work hard, or have you bailed out at times when you got challenged? Like, yeah, I like this person, but this person making me work a little bit harder than I want to. Like, have you bailed out in them situations before?
Bouncing. That's my issue. I'll be bouncing. I'm just like, you know what?
What are we gonna do about that?
Finding. I mean, yeah, that's an issue. Yeah, when it gets tough, and I guess I just want someone who I know who's worth it. Because I've worked hard before at things and just like gave it my all and just like carried the whole thing on my back and then So now I'm just like, okay, like I could, but I don't want to do the whole thing. I'm about service. Like I'm gonna learn all the details about you, Virgo Venus. I'm gonna know how you like your coffee in the morning, how you, like you said, how you fold socks, all that. And that's my love language to you. That's how I serve you. But if you're not worth that and you can't even remember my favorite color, then because I know your favorite color, I know you're I know all these things. So I just need to make sure that it matches. Maybe that's why me and Libra, we be like, we can match energy. But if I don't feel like you there, then I'm not gonna invest. I'm not gonna memorize all your siblings' names and stuff like that.
Motherfucking Virgo learn your whole family overnight. But look. I know I kind of got glimpses of your toxicity as you was talking. Like, you gonna do that intense Aries shit at some point, and then you gonna do some extra Virgo nurturing, caring shit to make up for the shit, to get back on the good side. Because I swear, Virgo dominance and Venus and Virgo women, y'all be getting big ass heads because y'all know how to kind of hit the sweet spot and get back on the good side when y'all been on some bullshit sometimes. Like
so who's good for that though? Who would find that funny? Who would find that interesting and diabolical instead of
you never, okay, no, what's up with the Earthmen? What's up with Earthmen you dated?
Right. No, Taurus loves me wherever I go. But I'm not really there all the time with Taurus. Sometimes it's like
What Taurus be a little too conservative for you or something? They be a little too slow for you or something? What? They don't be as exciting for you? Keep it a stack. Because I know how sometimes Taurus men, sometimes I didn't have to tell some of my Taurus bros, like, nigga, calm down. Nigga, you ain't finna marry her overnight. So I know sometimes Taurus guys, I was saying this previous stream, they could jump into a cuffing bag really quick. And I know sometimes that ain't the most attractive thing to a woman. So is it like too much of that, and then it takes out excitement a bit? Like, because I'm expecting Taurus, Earth men to kind of have. I'm expecting you to have some type of intrigue for Taurus. I mean, excuse me, Earth dominance.
Yeah, Virgo. So attracted to Virgo. Oh my gosh. But Taurus is great. I've never met a spiritual one though. I would love to meet a spiritual Taurus. That's the only thing. It's just lacking a little depth for me. Scorpio Mercury here. I need to know you got some depth. Otherwise, it's just a little surface.
Okay. So Venus is in the 7th house in Virgo. Your 7th house is in Virgo. Mercury is in Scorpio. What house is Mercury in? Scorpio is what, in your 9th house? Mercury's in your 9th house? You know?
I don't know.
You got your chart right there? I just want to confirm because that's going to be significant.
No, I don't have my chart.
Write your birthday real quick in the private chat. I'm about to put the icing on this. In the private chat, not in the main chat. Do I got anybody in the queue? Okay, I just want to make sure.
Right.
All right, there we go. Do you mind if I pull up your chart? I could block out the birth information and just have the chart displayed. Do you mind? Or I could just read it without
No, I don't
the
mind.
chat seeing. Okay, all right. My Libra one-on-ones. And where are you located? You said you're in Vegas?
Las Vegas, Nevada.
Okay, all right. Not a Raiders fan?
No. I'm not into sports like that.
You a Libra. If you date a guy you into sports, you're gonna start acting like you. Yeah, that's my team too. Stop. You know you go.
If you could teach me anything, that would be great. I would love that. Teach me something. Teach me sports.
Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. You need a little sauce. A little sauce about where you need to be at. Let me make sure I got this right. Where'd she go? Oh, she just got up. Okay, there we go.
I was in private chat.
I thought you was about to run from this work real quick. I was like, don't tell me we got all the way up to getting the chart up and you left. Like,
no, I came to get read.
Okay, all right. And where were you born at?
California, Central California.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm trying to add this to stage real quick. Oh my God, Mercury retrograde is playing. I might not be able to display. I could see it, but I might not be able to display the chart for everybody to see. But okay, all right. Sorry guys, no display, but I'm about to get in my little astrologer bag real quick. So this is what we got going on. Shante. So 7th house is in Virgo. Yes, you have Venus in Virgo. So off rip, you already have a strong sensitivity with everything dealing with picking up on some type of security in a relationship. So off rip, we need to manage impulsive entrances into relationship. Let's start there first, especially with your moon in Aries, gassing up your Libra. See, that's the thing. Aries is impulsive, but Libras is impulsive with relationships. So you'll start connecting if it give you a certain vibe, the aesthetic match. You might take a little bit more steps than you should in the beginning stages, and you just want to make sure. Once again, you mentioned that earlier. You want to pace that a little bit more. But when I look at the seventh house, the ruler is Mercury. Mercury's in your eighth house, like I assumed it would be, and this is not the easiest placement when it comes into relationships because you have to learn how to embrace rebirths and transformative stages in relationships. So as soon as you thought you got to a stable space with a partner, something may have to come up. You may have to adjust to that. So there is work to do. I know you said sometimes you want to bail, but when it comes into these different changes and adjustments, you're gonna have to get used to that type of pattern in some type of way. That eighth house energy is. Oh, it don't matter if it's a partner that things didn't work out, or a partner you're seeing the potential of things working out in a fruitful way. You're gonna have to keep that in mind. All right, rebirth energy. Yes, rebirth transformation energy is always going to be a consistent thing in your relationships. And also you have to make sure when you get out these relationships, you can identify what's changed about you, in a positive way. What's grown about you? What have you grown into? What different layers of part of yourself were you able to leave in that relationship in order to be a new person in this relationship? And that's something I advocate for everybody in relationships. When you have the seventh house lord in the eighth house, that is definitely something you're going to have to learn to adjust to in order to feel like you're stepping into new situations in a deserving way, an emotionally, spiritually deserving way. All right. Now, when I look at
in alignment, because I do feel like I've transformed with each relationship.
Now, let me ask you a quick question. How long have you been into astrology, spirituality, etc.?
Maybe for the last 5 years.
Okay, because with this type of placement, when you got the seventh house lord in the eighth house, the things that are quote unquote esoteric, behind the scenes, like things that you would probably wouldn't be expressing on Front Street when you meet somebody or whatnot. The more you hone in on those energies, whatever those are, these could be healing, certain habits and things you have in your schedule and your regiment that pertain to self-healing, anything you're dealing with, esoteric, astrology, spirituality. You making sure you continue to value those things and pour into those things will open up natural opportunities for you to connect with who you want to connect with. I always talk about how to hack Venus and your seventh house lord when it comes into relationships, but the more you could pour into that house, the more in some type of way you could attract mates that are, can match your frequency in some type of shape or form. So I want it, especially you being in astrology. This is why I'm doing this now. It could be a little, especially for women. I don't think it's as bad for women as it is for guys. I think us guys, we could be into astrology, and that's not going to do nothing bad for us, like with dating, I guess, or present any type of bad image with dating. I think women are getting so much projection for being into astrology or whatnot. But with that alignment, seventh house lord in the eighth house, I can't even see you entertaining somebody that's not into astrology. I can't even see it. I don't think. Was there a clash with previous people that you were entertaining? Was there a clash with your belief systems and theirs?
I'm into tarot, so yes. And then I was strictly Bible believing Christian before I got into like New Age and tarot and things like that. So yeah, the Aquarius was not having it. It was like not in my house, not, it was like very much. So that was like a deal breaker, which I was fine with. Like, I don't have to, at least at that point in my life, I'm like, well, I would prioritize you over that. Like, it's not that deep. But then as I've been in my singlehood and just like, doing tarot and just enjoying it, colliding the two, like, my spirituality and my religion, and just, I enjoy it. So yeah, now at this time I see what you're saying. Like, it'd be hard to date someone who just isn't tapped in at all, I guess. But that's a little
Okay.
scary too. Because it's like spirituality and all that. Tapped into what? You know?
All right. You see this right here? You see this Venus? When I click on it, it has contact with your Uranus. All right. Now, Venus is in your 7th house. That means when you get into connecting and you're dealing with a potential mate prospect, you can feel. I kind of mentioned this earlier, but I was more so talking about Venus and Virgo. You could feel very comfortable in your ability to either charm, connect, or make somebody like you to a degree. People with Venus in the 7th house can be extremely charming. They can be extremely persuasive in business matters. Like that they can sway a lot here with Venus in this house. But you have it in Virgo, so that's why I made that joke about you doing it in a way of nurturing, catering. Like, damn, I know I'm on his bad side. Let me make his favorite dinner tonight. Blase blah. You know how to pull these tricks out your sleeve when they're needed. Now the thing is, when I look at that Venus, it's trining Uranus, so it basically has a harmonious relationship with your Uranus placement. Uranus wants power and it wants control. You came into this, you reincarnated with the gift of being able to, have a sense of individuality and uniqueness with anything you express value with. But having Uranus connected to your Venus, it can show somebody that has strong power and control dynamics when they start liking or loving something. This could be so subconscious. You may have had to look in the mirror a couple of times in your life and be like, all right, let me not get ahead.
In the mirror, yeah.
Exactly. You probably had to sing that motherfucker a couple of times with Venus hitting Uranus. So it's important to flow. And the reason I'm saying that is because your Aries moon is a controlling motherfucker. So when you get into these connections, pace, flow. I've been saying this during Venus retrograde. I've been pace, flow, but you gonna need to make sure you digest that personally, karmically. All right. So let's take a note on that one. Okay. But you do have Venus trine Neptune. So this is why you get in trouble. This is why you get in trouble, because you could pull out, you could have your rage. I don't want to say rage, but you could have your intensity or your firecracker ways that I spoke about earlier. Those could get the best of you, but the Venus and Virgo energies, the Venus hitting Neptune, the nurture, the understanding, your ability to kind of get under people's skin, know what gets under people's skin. Yeah, you carry that. So you have the type of placements that could build the ego around love. You have the type of placements where, it could kind of seem like, yeah, if I just get him in the right space, I could get him to like me, charm him. And even that mentality sometimes could get in the way of a natural flow. All right. Yeah. So I think it's really important to keep flow as a main theme here. That 8th house is an important house for you. That's where a lot of your mates and people that are relatable and compatible are going to be in that house. When you're embracing anything with transformation, sometimes you could bump into a flame or mate when you're going through a transformative situation, new job, just got out of a relationship. You might have dealt with somebody seriously, just getting out of a relationship. You probably thought like, damn, I just got out of some crazy ass shit, but what the fuck, where the fuck this motherfucker come from? You might have dealt with that shit before with this placement, 7th house, Lord, in the 8th house. You might have dealt with secret admirer energy. Sometimes with this placement, you could be married for 6 years, don't nobody know. So you could definitely be incognito like a mug when it comes into your relationship life. So I think the most important thing is being aware of these control dynamics around your relationship life. That 7th house, Lord, in the 8th house, you will attract it at times, and you have to be aware of your tendencies of push it out. And that moon in Aries, what that moon got going on with Aries, yep, it's squaring Uranus too. So yeah, your Venus and moon need to sit the hell down. Sit they ass down. This is why, man, I be coming at Aries a whole lot, but in this circumstance, talking to you, our Libra ways do be coming through for you at times. When that motherfucking all these firecracker placements get the best of you, it really be the Libra and Pisces soothing, calming ass, understanding, compromising ways that get you back on the good side, and you just so
I'm sitting
confident.
down.
Yeah,
I'm sitting down. I'm not talking anyway. I'm not dating. I'm not doing anything. I didn't come on here for the. I came to get read. Okay, I came to get told what I need to do because I'm sitting down. I have no choice but to sit down because I'm ending all the things. So it's like, well, I'm left with who then when I do all that? Me,
okay.
man in the mirror.
All
So
right. See, that's what I'm
I
talking about.
appreciate that.
That's what I'm talking about. My church members, look at I expect my church members to have this level of self-awareness. And that's why once what we spoke about earlier in the call, as far as you becoming more clear about what exactly you want from relationships, right? I think that's going to be definitely a game changer for you because it's going to adjust your behavior and how you move and how you filter things. Your Venus in the 7th house is way too sensitive towards what it likes for you to not have a system with how you pick mates. So when I say that Venus in the 7th house is very likey, you're a sun in Libra. We're very fucking likey. Sometimes our friends have to tell us like, yo, why the fuck you dealing with that person? You could do a little bit better. Like you just like anybody. Like they cute, you just like them. So this type of gullible sense sometimes with mating, you know, if somebody meets this level of attraction, we get engaged. Yeah, you have to take heed to that to make sure that you know, there's just a process with you vetting them in the beginning properly and not letting what could be these intense placements, once again, all these 8th house Mars-ish like placements, you know, speed things up, get too power controlling. Just kind of be aware of that. But yeah, that right now I want you to let me see. Venus is right now. You need to be in Venus is retrograde in Aries. You're Aries moon. This is an important time for you to manage your Libra sun going out of its way in relationships where it's not supposed to be going. So right now, in anything dealing with mating, if you start dating somebody around this time while Venus is in Aries, make sure that if your intuition or your emotions feel like you're overcompensating, that's going to be a real strong thing to pick up on around this time. That's just a little green red flag filter system for you right there, because everything is in Aries. So being able to pour into yourself and other people understanding it, that's very important. As an Aries moon, this Venus retrograde, there hasn't been no replays. Nobody's been spinning the block as of these past few weeks. None of that going on. What's up with that?
Yeah, there's that going on, but I mean, those are just. I want new energy, but I'm not ready for new energy. So I feel like that spin the block or whatever. It's just like, especially during the retrograde, what we're gonna go out and eat and enjoy, and then we're gonna remember why things ended, and then we're gonna talk about that all over again. And
because Venus, you are Aries moon, you're Aries dominant, so yeah, you're one of the first signs that could run into block spinning around this time. So okay, it's good that you at least have your lenses on guard, that just because they came around doesn't mean it's anything that I have to entertain. All right. Looks like you're not falling into that trap. That's good. So there's no current main prospects right now or anything like that, like, you know.
no. Mm-mm.
Okay. All right. Right now, yeah, let me see. Venus is all on top of that moon. So for the rest of the year, I want you to pay attention to what happens when Venus is going to get into Taurus. Venus is going to get into Taurus soon. That's a very significant mating phase right there as a Venus in Virgo. Pay attention to what goes on around that time. Hold on, let me just pull this up real quick. All right. So once Venus gets into Taurus, you want to pay attention to what's going on around that time, especially if it's connected to anything with family events, close friend events, business environments. These are around that time. Venus is in Taurus because it's going to be in your second house. these are areas you kind of want to be in that's going to be potent for mating around this time. Then the next fire mating transit after that is going to be, well, I want you to focus on that period coming up, because that's important on its own. All right, now you do have some significant Scorpio placements, so around this time you can bump into somebody that is a huge reflection. Not saying this person can't be for you, but it can be a little bit of a triggering connection at some point if you do start dating somebody around Venus and Taurus season. Okay, now Mercury is retrograde. You have Venus in Virgo, so it's just important to keep an eye out on, once again, these conversations you are having with past mates or anything that does spin the block, what people used to talk about. It's important to take any gems that come up during those discussions and interactions, because they could be vital for you to make sure you receive those around this time for your next, future fruitful situations. All right, so just make sure you take heed to that as well. All right, but nonetheless, the second house is about to be lit up for you, and it's a lot of close to opposite. You're dealing with a lot of you're about to be dealing with a lot of opposite energy these next couple of months now. Okay, so you do need to manage how people speed you up in any type of way. All right, make sure you have your own calm. Make sure you have your own environment to settle into. It could seem like things could be going really fast the next couple of months. But right now, because everything is retrograde, you're going to have more of a clear picture about who you associate yourself by the time things start going direct later to close out the month. All right, I want you to focus on this 8th house space right here. Anything dealing with personal transformation, anything dealing with pouring into yourself, things you need to do in order to change, grow. These are all things, whether you feel like you're being seen or not, they're going to pull you closer to mates. All right, power and control issues, we need to get on top of that. You're dealing with people, they coming off power and control, and we need to, no matter how attractive, we need to get on top of that, because eventually you ain't gonna want to fuck with that no matter how attractive they are. And you need to be careful of how much you push that out when you're dealing with somebody you like, they're attractive, and you need to be able to hone in on that flow state. The Libra part of you, the Pisces part of you could do flow, but your moon overpowers your sun and your rising, because that's the true you, who you truly are. And that's, sometimes your moon could just say to hell with all of that shit. I'm opposite to Libra. I don't have the healthiest relationship. Pisces right next door, I bully that nigga.
Shout out my Aries moon, you know the struggle.
I know, I feel it. Trust me, I understand. So I think those are some of the most important things for you to navigate. I'd love to hear from you at the end of Taurus season to see if anything manifested around that time in general. That's a really significant period, and is right around the corner. All right, so anything else you want to ask tonight, Shante?
No, I'm just so grateful, and that nugget about transformation either way is really helpful, and just like learning to embrace that. Of course, I'm gonna watch this back and take my notes and do what I got to do with the homework that you gave me, but I'm grateful. I'm so grateful.
No, Shante, no, I'm grateful and appreciative of you jumping on so we could get that one-on-one going. All right, shout outs to you.
All right, peace out.
All right, take care. All righty, guys. All righty, guys. Hold on, where my comments go? How do I get back to my comments? I can't see what y'all talking about. I feel so old working StreamYard. Like I'm a millennial. I should know how should be 1, 2, 3 for me. I don't know where nothing is at. What the fuck? Okay. All right. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just trying to get to my comment section. I can't see y'all comments right now. Okay, anyways. All right, guys, gonna spin one more intermission. Damn, do I got one in me for another one? All right. Those are some good talks with my good brother ER, my good sister Shante. All right. All right, there we go. I'm back to the comments. Lord have mercy. All right, all right, all right. Just be in the building. Keep it Weaver still in the building. Some of your blues in the building. All right, all right, all right. All right, guys. All right. I appreciate y'all kicking it on this Saturday night. All right, we're gonna do this again next weekend. I'm gonna prep y'all for it. But guess what, guys? I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow afternoon for church. All right, Sunday afternoon. I'm gonna be jumping on sometime anywhere from like 12 to 1 tomorrow. It might be, I know we're gonna aim for 12 to 1. All right, guys. Yeah, and we're gonna get into a recap of the week and what's going on this week, guys. That's what we got going on. I appreciate my callers tonight. Okay, and coming up the next week, definitely plan on having more live streams. Okay, hopefully next week. Once again, just like last week or the week before that, I didn't get to do no live stream last week, but the week before that, I wanted to do a call on Friday and Saturday night. So hopefully I get to do that this upcoming week. All right. But one day at a time, family. All right. Y'all be easy. Y'all stay dangerous. Like I said, first half of Aries season. Some of your blues pull up. You ain't gotta ask twice. I ain't really a puff pass type of guy. That's not really my stilo. I'll give you some of my shit. You roll your own shit. That's my hospitality over there, you know. Yeah, I'm a true Rasta. I'm a true Rasta in that type of way. Like, you smoke with some Rasta niggas, they gonna tell you roll your own shit. Like, no man, yeah. When I pass my spliff, brother, it's my spliff. All right. BB, shout out to all of y'all, man. But I will see y'all tomorrow morning. Okay, we're gonna see what's going on this week. And Sammy Blues, I passed the split to you tonight. But after tonight, you got bring your own roll up. I got you. I'll get you right. Do your own shit. All right. I love y'all, man. Y'all have a good night.